What's up, everybody? This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, and welcome to the Steven Factor. Tonight, this is the moment we'll all be waiting for. I'm going to review of live in front of the studio audience the reboot versions of All the Family and the Jeffersons. Now, I want to give a very special shout out to Jimmy Kimmel because this is a outstanding dream come true for him. He's been waiting for this so long, so patiently, and he been inspired this for the new generations to the old generations everywhere to make a reboot of these two beloved sitcoms back in the 70s. He's teaming up with Norman Lear. They bring some of the original script, completely fresh, language already bleeped, and to be honest with you, it was a lot of fun for laughs. Anyways, let's review it, and after that, I want to give a very special shout out to these two wonderful legends coming here from coming back to New York City, and also one person is retiring in Philadelphia. Let's review it from live in front of the studio audience of the reboot versions of All in the Family and the Jeffersons. Alright, now you already know how the show goes. They did so many two remakes from the original series. And first off, they doing a Henry's farewell because Henry is making for a big top to work as the new dry cleaners. And we have Jamie Foxx shows up play as George Jefferson. We have Woody Harrelson as Archie. Anthony Anderson plays as Henry Jefferson. And let me tell you something. The cast were great. Alright? It was tremendous about this remake. They did it before, they rehearsed it, and now they completely nailed it. And they're very concerned that they're not going to screw this thing up. But there's a little bit of mistakes that you had to watch it. Oh my god, this is so completely amazing. So, it was so completely amazing. Now, one of the most favorite is Woody Harrelson plays Archie. Now, Archie nailed it. Okay, now, Woody Harrelson nailed it because Woody from Cheers, he wants about the show, and right now they did a very good job about it. Yes. So, Woody plays Archie. His voice sounds like Archie, like, "Hey, meathead, get out of that chair, huh?" And he nailed it pretty good as well, too. We have Ike, who plays Mike Stivix, and Woody and Ike play perfectly as Archie and Mike Stivix, and they were completely awesome. Wanda Sykes plays Wheezy, wonderful woman, very generosity lady. Well, I can't remember some of the cast who I didn't remember also, but to be honest with you, they completely good job. And we have George Jefferson play as Jamie Foxx. Oh my god, let me tell you something about Jamie Foxx. He messed up the lines, to be honest with you, but let me tell you what happened. Jamie Foxx decided to toast to Henry, his little brother Henry. And seconds later, he messed up the lines because it is live. And I was like, wow. They messed up the lines perfectly. And he said, "This is live." And Woody Harrelson at the background was so hysterical. They knew that something was really going to happen. And he just laughing at the background. Ike was laughing at the background. And I was like, wow, he nailed it tight. So, seconds later, he memorized the lines. Perfect. And he nails it perfectly. And he did a very, very good job. And to be honest with you, Jamie Foxx walks like Jefferson. He talks like Jefferson. His voice sounds like Jefferson. And my aunt, my mother, and myself watched the reboots, and I think it was completely okay for All the Family. Now, All the Family did a very good job. They smoothly, perfectly, and I really loved it just like that. Now on the Jeffersons, well, they did on the first episode of A Friend in Need. Now George Jefferson wants Louise need a maid, and now Louise says she doesn't want to get a maid, and now she wants her friend Diane to become a maid, but she's her best friend. So let's fast forward. The slurs, okay, they bleep the censor. Remember, Sandy Canyon said they were going to bleep the censored on this outstanding new say the N word doesn't allow on television, and they had to bleep it just like that. But the original version, they do censor it, but they had to bleep it as soon as possible because this is their responsibility, and they had to say it because this is from the original script. There's a little bit of mistakes on the Jeffersons there, so bear with me here. There's a little bit of massage episode when Bentley wants a George massage on the back of his butt, and you see the microphone just came down there, so you need a little bit of, a little bit of clear. And when George Jefferson said the N word, when Hella said don't say, you can hear that bleep sound for 5 seconds, and Jamie Foxx just paused. And he said the N-word perfectly. So if they will say the N-word uncensored, oh man, there's a little bit of controversy, and everything's gonna be happening. So that's how it goes. And it is said again on the 5th one. Now, the last part that I really like is the return of Marla Gibbs. Now, before I start, let me tell you what happened in long story short. I don't see what's going on right here because my mom wanted to see Jesus, the telenovela. That ratings, it's all about the ratings, to be honest with you. And I just want to see the last piece until the show's over. So I cannot take it anymore. I had to grab the remote and I had to change the channel. So I told my mom that I want to see the last piece of it. And all of a sudden, I said, oh my God, that was the real Florence. The real Marla Gibbs. If you think it's an April Fool's joke, it's not an April Fool's joke. It was the real Marla Gibbs. And you know why? Because they want the original Florence from the Jeffersons. And Norma Lear and Jimmy Campbell bring Marla Gibbs back for the first time in decades, and she been our lives. And my mom and my aunt convinced that was not Florence and stuff, and they think they put some real makeup face on her like the old version of Marla Gibbs. But during 1 second, my aunt saw her face and her neck. You know why? Everything's all wrinkled. And she said, oh my God, that's the real Florence. Because Marla Gibbs is 87 years old. Now, let me tell you something. 87 is a good age for Marla Gibbs. Because she talks like Marla. She walks like Marla. And let me tell you something. She is a legendary. She is a very legendary woman. And during at the end, people get the hug and take a final bow, and that's it. It was completely amazing that they just done, and I like these 2 reboots perfectly, like no one other. And I just wish that I predict if the remakes will approve to put on Netflix, that'll be perfectly. If not, they were going to get a chance to these other networks from CBS, ABC, NBC. I don't know NBC, the one interested. Or how about Fox? Because Fox has a lot of freedom about the freedom of speech and these political issues as well. Just like Last Man Standing. And what if we could put... Sorry about that. And what if they could put the remake version of All the Family and the Jeffersons into a Friday night slot? That would be amazing, right? But only God knows. I had to make this thing quick here. And I hope Jimmy Kimmel and Norman Lear will figure this thing out, and everything will be perfect just the way it is. So a grade, how about an A plus? Not an A minus, not a B, not an F, just an A plus. They nailed it. They killed it. Even Jamie Foxx trying to save the show because of a little bit of blooper in it. But you know what? It was a lot of fun. They loved it. They really, really loved it. And I love it too. And Jimmy Kimmel did such a very good job. His dreams already came true. Teams up with Norman Lear since he grew up with All in the Family. And let me tell you something, I don't give a damn about the remake or the reboot. Just shut up about it and watch the show. And even if you see the remake, just we say who's gonna play Jefferson, who's gonna play Louise, blah blah blah. No, just pay attention and watch the whole thing. That's it. That's it. Whew. Before I go, I need some water. God, I want to give a very special shout out to Sam Champion, and he is coming back on Eyewitness News, and he's going to do it as the new weather person since Bill Evans been replaced, and he decided to team up with his fellow friend and colleague Lee Goldberg, who's passed baton on his meteorologist seat since 2006, and everything went perfectly as well too. I can't believe he is back. He wants to get back on his original roots of WABC, where it all began. And I hope he's going to team up with Amy Freeze and Jess Smith. You know, talk about it, learn about it. And let me tell you something, he is a wonderful legend. And I hope you get along with Ryan Fields too, because he will ask you some wonderful questions as well too. So I'll give him a tweet. Watch. And I also want to give a shout out to Malpass, who is retiring from the Action News for 31 years. One of the longest running women in history. She's been serving as an anchor and reporter here for Action News. I'm watching the archives of her. And to be honest with you, it was amazing. And my best wishes. Enjoy your wonderful retirement and your new adventure. God bless you too. Alright folks, Action News is on. Love you guys. Mr. Steven, out.